Welcome to the Victory Formation Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Anzio. Got my co-host, Michael Vogel, SMW Scout, BFP Lead Scout, and co-host of the Victory Formation Podcast. Man, welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight?
I'm great, Matt. Glad to be here.
Awesome, man. I'd like to introduce our first guest. I got a phenomenal defensive end, outside linebacker. He's an NCAA transfer from JUCO. He's got 3 years remaining eligibility. A defensive end, outside linebacker, Patrick Isbell, 6'2", 240 pounds, from Arizona. Welcome to the Victory Formation Podcast, Patrick.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here. Thank you so much.
So did you grow up in Arizona?
So I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's where I lived about 9 years of my life, and then family moved out to Arizona, and that's where I've been ever since. So I've been out here the last 11 years now.
Okay. And when did you first start playing ball? Back in Pittsburgh?
Actually, no, I didn't start playing football until I was out here in Arizona, and I was at a park, and I was asked to play one day, and I've loved the game ever since.
Beautiful, man. And how has your high school career been going? I'm sorry. And how has your college career been going so far with the couple of years of JUCO so far?
And coming from where I came from in high school, my junior college career has gone way further than I thought it ever would go. So I had a great opportunity to play out here in AZ JUCO football and really showcase my talents, and it really shows on film.
Patrick, what JUCO do you go to?
So I played for the Gila River Hawks, and then my first season of JUCO, I played for the Salt River Scorpions. We're both part of the Ho-Ho-Com Junior Athletic Conference out here. It's we're a new junior college league out here.
Okay.
But all of us attend all the Maricopa community colleges. So I go to South Mountain, and I'm transfer ready, and I'm looking for a home.
Okay. What was JUCO ball like? Was it pretty intense or pretty good competition?
Oh, yeah, great competition. Had D1 bounce backs, D2 bounce backs, a lot of great athletes just going against each other, competing, trying to find their next home. Great opportunity playing for that league, playing for head coach Felker for the Gila River Hawks. He was the head coach for Mesa Community College for years, and he ran that program very great. And I see why, as much as everyone talks about him, I was very happy to play for him, and I see why everyone says that.
And what would you say your best game has been so far playing at JUCO?
Best game as like one of the games I played, or
The best game for you and for your team?
I would have to say my game against Maricopa, the Maricopa Mustangs. That we was home, and it was a game I was bouncing back from an injury because I hurt my leg, and I came back the following week, and I played great. Can't remember the exact stats, but had about 3 sacks, about 3 or 4 tackles for loss, all solo, and just a bunch of other tackles with other teammates.
And do they keep track of your stats and everything in JUCO, or how do you get those?
They do. I would have to ask my coach where they keep that all at, but they do check down every play, who made the play, keep track of stats. I just don't know off the top of my head for that exact game.
Like,
what's your workout routine like for JUCO, or what has it been like?
So out here in Arizona, it's a little bit different since this new league started. When we all get together with the team, they have us get together and go to like one of the gyms out here in Arizona, and we're all work out together. But mostly since this new league started out here in Arizona for JUCO football, you're really on your own. lifting. So it's all about you. How bad do you want it? Personally, me, I invested in a lot in myself. I put thousands of dollars into my garage, and I turned it into a gym. I have it on my Twitter for people to see. I work out 2 a days in the AM and in the PM after I get off work. So that's what it really looks like out here lifting wise. But when the season's going on, we try to work out together as much as possible. But it's just how it is out here right now.
And
And
did you? Go ahead, Matt. No, go ahead, Matt.
And I mean, is there how's recruitment going so far with the 3 years remaining? Has any teams got a hold of you?
Yeah, honestly, since I played my first season in JUCO, it was a little black for a while. I thought I would have maybe a few offers after my first season. I thought I played pretty well. But definitely after this last season, my recruitment has picked up a lot more. I have a lot of different coaches from across the country, all different levels, NAIA, D3, D2, D1, talk to me. I'm open to all opportunities. Like, I don't, just because it's D3 doesn't mean I'm going to talk to them. I talk to anybody. I just got offered actually today, right before this podcast, a few hours ago, from Johnson C. Smith University in the Carolinas.
Yeah.
D2.
Yep.
And then also I was offered by another D2, Adams State in Colorado.
Yeah.
I was offered that about a week ago, so it's definitely starting to pick up a lot more. And I thank those coaches so much for talking to me, wanting me, and coming to compete for their schools.
Well, is Adam State the same defensive coordinator that been there?
I believe so. I believe so. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, he's had some good guys come through there. He's done some good work. I worked with one of his defensive linemen, RJ Martin.
Okay.
Went on, he was doing the Amarillo, but, COVID messed everything up. But big defensive lineman. If you talk to him at Adam State, he was one of their better players.
Yeah, he was telling me they did recruit. They got some guys from a D lineman from TCU, and then another D lineman from UCLA that they would pair me up with that defensive front.
That could be good. I mean, keep your options open. But I know a couple of guys that came out of there that have pro aspirations or right in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel more comfortable with your hand in the dirt or standing up?
See, I thought about that for a long time. I would always watch my film over and over again to see what I feel like I'm better with. Honestly, either or. I do feel a little more comfortable standing up, so I get to see the whole scene in the backfield. But putting my hand in the dirt doesn't take anything away from me. I'm gonna cause havoc and make a play regardless, but I do like standing up.
What are your workout numbers like for like bench and squat?
So bench and squat, I'm always doing that. Every other day. Give myself maybe a day break on the weekends, let my body heal up. But my numbers on bench, I just PR'd like maybe a couple weeks ago at 405. I'm looking to PR at 415 here and post that on Twitter. I was practicing for the NFL Combine test for the 225 bench press, and I benched 225 29 times by myself.
That's insane. That's an insanely good number.
That's something I work at all the time on my craft. My squat, you would think would be a crazy lot more than my bench, but it's in the 400s. It's like 435. It's getting up there, but I kind of go for reps with my legs, not as much as the 1 rep heavy squat.
Right. That makes sense.
I kind of go for reps with that, but my bench is definitely freakish, and I don't even know where I'm gonna be at in the next 2 years with the program. Getting ready, hopefully, God willing, on my pro day, showcasing my bench press. It's gonna be up there.
And what's your film study like?
My film study, my film study for like my team or like someone?
Just like studying film for your opponent and stuff like that. Like, what kind of preparation do you put into that?
Oh, so as soon as I get the availability to take a look at that film, I look at it every day, every night, and I look at all the weaknesses of my opponents. I'll first look at personally my position, who I'm going up against, see what he's good and what he's good at, and just try to see how I could beat him in so many different ways. And then I take a look at the whole aspect of the whole team, see how they run their plays. I'll recognize a play, and then so like as a D lineman, I kind of take a look at the O lineman. I could tell if it's going to be a run or a pass or whatever it is. And when I recognize that, that's when I know when to throw certain moves at them and when to come at them at a certain way. And that's why when you look at my film, I make these crazy plays by myself because I know when to get off the line quick enough at the right timing and what kind of play they're going to run. Because I study so much on what they're going to do. I already know what they're doing. So,
so you got your mental game down, and you got your. What would you say your biggest physical attribute on the game on the field is? Your strength.
I say my strength and my explosiveness off the ball and hands, but definitely strength and explosiveness. I would say those two.
And you got some sick measurables, it looks like. I mean, I don't know. Do you know your measurables, like your arm, your hand, and your wingspan?
Oh, we did that a while back ago.
No,
I know my wingspan it's long. It's pretty long. It's 76, 78 inches, something like that.
Yeah, your hands stick out to me too. I think you guys big hand. You play special teams. Do you do against the field goals or?
Yeah. I mean, they'd have me on special teams here and there. It just depends. My first year in JUCO, I kind of played everything. Did kickoff return, but this year with Felker, sometimes get some field goal block attempts, and then. But I did my first year at JUCO. I played kick return, and whoever run up against me, I just throw them on the ground. I did pretty well at that.
And how you been keeping yourself fit with the pandemic and everything? Is there any certain things you do at home?
Oh yeah, like I said, my garage is filled up with workout equipment, and I work out every day. Get up in the AM and in the PM. As far as running, cardio goes, I run around my block a bunch of times. I got HIIT workouts I do to stay in shape. Very fit. So as long as that goes, that's definitely top level.
Who would you say is your biggest inspiration up to this point in your life?
I gotta say my father is my biggest inspiration. Been a lot of downs and lows throughout this journey, and he's kept my head straight this whole way. So I don't think there's anybody else that could top notch my father right now.
And he helped you with the adversity part of it as well?
Yes, sir. Everything, adversity, just everything we've been through, he's been there right with me. So everything you're asking me, he knows the same thing because he's been with me this whole ride along.
Yeah. Dads are important in like that. Just being able to pick up the phone or stands after a game to be able to, kind of process the game and all that good stuff too. They're brutally honest with the play on the field and stuff too. So.
Yeah, I talk to my father almost every day. We'll talk about life, talk about it could be anything. We just make sure we get on the phone, and because we don't live with each other, so we're a little bit apart, but
yeah,
we always there for each other. And he's definitely been my biggest inspiration, motivational person in my life.
And what do you feel the pandemic has made you appreciate more about football?
Just shows me when something's taken away from you, not just football, but the gym or whatever it is, you appreciate it so much more. You can get so caught up in your life thinking like, oh, I gotta go here again or whatever it is. This pandemic has showed me to be a lot more grateful for everything God gives you, like the gym, football. Man, life is a lot different out there without football. I've seen the other side of it, and the life on the football field is probably the greatest thing ever. And you want to keep that with you as long as you can. And God willing, as long as I can play this game, I'm gonna keep doing it. And hopefully, a university will take me in. I can continue my football career and also my education, and then so on and so forth after that.
For those schools that are wanting to give you an opportunity, what kind of teammate are you?
What was that?
What kind of teammate are you? What, like, locker room guy? What do you bring to the table?
I bring that defensive edge to the team, someone that you could rely on day in and day out. I'm not always the most talkative person in the locker room, but you got that dude on your team no matter what. I am that guy. So what I bring to the team is just trying to figure out the right word for it. And I don't want to be cocky, but I am that. I'm a beast.
Right.
So I'm gonna help out your defensive side of the team no matter what. And I'm reliable. I don't do no BS. I ain't BSing around. I ain't gotta do nothing to hurt the team, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
I'm great character.
Good. High character guy.
Very high character guy.
Okay. And my last question I have for you is just what do you do to kind of relax in downtime to, because you have to have that release, from the stresses of football and life and stuff. What do you do on your downtime to pass the time?
I like going, for being honest, I like taking drives in my car, listen to music, get out of my own thoughts. Maybe out here in Arizona, I'll like go to South Mountain over here and just go take a hike, appreciate life, kind of get that little meditation.
Absolutely, man. That's a great.
Yeah,
that's a great answer.
Mm-hmm.
And for any directors or any coaches from college that are recruiting, looking for a big defensive end, outside linebacker, 3 technique for their team this year, just tell them why you're the right choice to bring in to their organization or their school.
So for anyone listening or watching this video, you want to take me because I'm the biggest difference maker on that field, regardless of anything else. Like I said, I'm already high character, great in school, great with my team, great with coaches, never had an issue. So whoever's looking for someone like that, I'm your guy. After listening to this I hope that if you make it to this video or listen to this podcast, after listening to me for the last 10 to 20 minutes, I hope that you find that you would take me in. I'd love to talk to you and continue on the process from there.
Well, you got excellent film. I'm going to put everything together for VFP.football. We'll get a post out there with your film and this interview and a profile so they can check you out. And basically, if you want to plug social media where anybody could find you, go for it.
Okay, thank you so much for having me on here. I really appreciate it. You reaching out to me. I didn't know so much about it because my father be looking too. So thank you for talking to him and having me on this podcast, talking to you, both of you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I don't try to hide from any family members. Just trying to do something good here.
That's right.
But yeah, just I don't know. You got an Instagram or a Twitter, anywhere people can keep up with you?
Yeah. So my Twitter's just Patrick Isbell 55, and then I do have an Instagram. It's the same. It's Patrick Isbell _. So as soon as you type that in, I'll pop up. You'll see me.
Perfect. NCAA. He's got 3 years remaining. Big 6'2", 240. Like I said, Patrick Isbell looking for an opportunity to help you in your school. And what was your GPA, real quick?
3.0, sir.
All right, 3.0 GPA as well. So you're getting a good student. You're getting a good player. Check him out. Schools. You'll be seeing him on a ball field near you, man. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
thanks for coming on the Victory Formation podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.